What's up, ladies and gentlemen out there today? Today is our last Thor showcase before Love and Thunder, which, yes, I will be doing a showcase after I see the movie, which won't be till like July, so we are kind of doing these showcases a little early, you might say. But yeah, here is our last movie, is Thor Ragnarok. It had some pretty great characters, great customs to make. And yeah, let's start off with Thor. So first off, we have Thor from when he battles Surtur at the beginning of the movie. I used the torso from the Marvel game Thor. They did the Avengers game and made characters and vehicles. He came in a Black Panther set, I think. Some tan arms, tan hands. Mjolnir here, which is just the same old Mjolnir piece. These legs from Lucy from Lego Movie 2. The hair from Thor from that same video game thing. A red cape from that as well. And then the head from the 2012 Thor to bring that nice look all together. And you can see his back printing. It's really nice. It's a really nice figure. I think it turned out really, really good. Here's his angry face. But yeah, that is Thor. Next up, we have Gladiator Thor, which I think this is my favorite Marvel figure Lego has ever made. I like the leg printing, the torso printing, the head, the helmet, the cape, and the sword rack, all from the original figure. Put some tan arms, tan hands on both sides. And you can't really update this figure better than it is. They gave him that really nice head that had the lightning eyes back then. And he looks really good. You can pull his sword out when he's ready to battle the Hulk. But yeah, that is a really great figure from a really awesome movie. Next, we have Thor from his visit to Doctor Strange's house. I used the torso, arms, and hands from Mike Wheeler from the Stranger Things house set. A black umbrella piece here, because he's disguised his Mjolnir as an umbrella in the scene. So I think that adds a nice touch. I used the head from Thor from Infinity War and Endgame. The hair from Thor from the Avengers sets from 2019. Dark blue pants to round him out. And then, like I mentioned earlier, still have those lightning eyes, which look phenomenal. I think this is one of the best Thor heads we've gotten. This one's also pretty good from the newer sets, but I think this Thor head just knocks it out of the park, and I think it looks really good. On to our last Thor. And this is Thor from the end of the movie and the beginning of Infinity War. I used the same everything from the original figure. Think it's a great figure. I love the torso printing with the blue dots there. The head looks really nice with the lightning eyes. And I think this is just a phenomenal figure all in all. Lego really knocked it out of the park. They knock it out of the park with a lot of their Thor figures, and I think this is one of them. Next up, we have Loki, and this is Loki from the end of the movie when he's got his knives there. So I used the headpiece from Loki from 2012, the torso and arms from Thanos, threw on some tan hands, the cape from Robin to give him that yellow cape, and the legs from the ACU Trooper from Jurassic World to give him those nice pants printing. And I used these knives here from policemen I found. They also come on some Joker minifigures. And I used the head from Loki from the Marvel CMF series. You can see that with his laughing face on the back. and I think he's a pretty sweet looking figure, if I do say so myself. And if you wanted to have Loki without the helmet, you can just take the hair from the CMF series and put it on there, and you got a great Loki without his helmet. Next we have Loki from when Thor and him visit Doctor Strange, and Doctor Strange throws him in a portal loop type deal. I used the torso, arms, hands, and legs from J. Jonah Jameson to give him that nice suit design. The head and hair from the Loki from the Marvel CMF series to bring out that nice Loki with the suit on. Oh yeah. Next up we have Bruce Banner, and I really like how this figure turned out. You could just use the regular one that came with the Thor sets, but I chose a different idea. I put the torso and arms from Nick Fury from the Shield Helicarrier. You can see it right there. Just thought I'd show you guys, because there's a lot of Shield Helicarriers. I used some dark gray legs there. The head from Bruce Banner from the Ragnarok and Infinity War sets. And then I threw on some hair that is from Doctor Strange from the Multiverse of Madness Garganto Showdown set to give him that nice older look there, because he is getting a little older. And then there's the angry eyes on the back. I think it makes for a really cool design for Bruce Banner. Next up we have Valkyrie, and I think this figure came out really good. I used the sword, the arms, and hands, and cape, head, and hairpiece, all from the Valkyrie from the Goat Boat set that just came out recently. And then I threw on the torso from the older Valkyrie from Ragnarok sets. And I threw on the legs from the Build a Minifigure section at the Lego store. I think they look really cool, and I think it makes for a really good Valkyrie figure. Next we have Valkyrie from the final scene in Ragnarok when she's got that Valkyrie suit on. I used the torso from a stormtrooper, the legs from a snowtrooper to give her that white suit, the gunmetal gray arms from Thor, tan hands, blue cape and head from Valkyrie from Love and Thunder, and then I used the hair from Wonder Woman to give her that really nice look. Oh, and the sword is also from the Love and Thunder Valkyrie, and I think she looks really good there. Next we have Korg, which I think is a really neat figure. I didn't do anything to this figure besides I took the shoulder piece off, and this whole Korg minifigure is from, you guessed it, the Goat Boat set, which I needed to build a lot of the majority of these figures. But if you take his neck piece off, I think it makes for a really good Korg minifigure, and I'm glad Lego made a Korg figure so we could do stuff like that for Ragnarok. Next up we have Meek, and I think this is a really neat minifigure. I used the torso from an AIM agent, dark gray arms, black hands, some knife pieces, some gray pants, mid-legs here from Ron Weasley from Harry Potter, and I used the head from Meek from the Thor house set, which I have with me right now. This little set here came from this. Yeah, that was a nice set, and it gives you a lot of figures. And yeah, I think it was a pretty nice way to get this Korg minifigure. Next up, we have Heimdall, which I think turned out really good. I used the hair from Tassu Leech, this sword piece here from Gore from the Thor Love and Thunder sets, I used the cape here from one of the Mandalorians from the battle pack. I used the head and legs from Grief Karga to get that nice beard there. I used the torso, arms, and hands from Yondu. From the second Guardians movie. And he has no backhead printing, which kind of sucks, but yeah, that is Heimdall. Next up, we have Doctor Strange, which I think it turned out really good. I used the torso, arms, legs, cape, head, and hair, all from the Doctor Strange figure from the Garganto Showdown or the Spider-Man No Way Home lab set. And I threw on some yellow hands since he has yellow gloves. And I think this figure turned out really good. I love this hard rubbery cape there. I think it looks really nice. And it just slides in like that. So yeah, that is Doctor Strange. Next we have Hela, which I think turned out really good as a figure. I used the torso, arms, hands, and cape all from Hela, from the original figure. Put a blue sword on here from a Nexo Knights figure. The legs from Lloyd to give out that nice green printing to go along with the green shirt there. And I gave her the face from Bellatrix, which if you take it off, you can see she's got some dark eyes there. And I used the hair from Hela as well. And I do have another design for her, that if you didn't want her with her hairpiece here, you can just pop that off and take her helmet here and slide that on. She looks pretty menacing with that on. And yeah, that's just another way you could do it. I think it looks good either way, but the helmet I think looks a little bit better, because that's what she wears a lot. Well, she doesn't wear it a lot in the movie, but when she does, she looks cool with it on. So yeah, that is Hela. Next we have the Grandmaster, which I think this figure turned out excellent. I used the torso, arm, and the hands and the head from the regular Grandmaster, because I think it really looks like Jeff Goldblum a lot. And I threw on the hair from Dr. Wu to give him that slick back hair. These gunmetal gray legs from Thor. And this dark blue arm, since he has like a dark blue arm and a gold arm on one side. So I think it looks pretty nice for a really great character. Now this figure is Surtur, and I know what you guys are gonna say, like, Lego never made that, or like anything close to this. This was a Fantastic Four Human Torch minifigure that I got while I was in New Jersey and I was on the shore. They had a minifigure stand they were selling a lot of figures at. You should check them out if you ever go up to the shore, the Jersey Shore in New Jersey. And then I just put on that sword there. But this is the only way I can make him. I don't know what other way you could really make this guy. I know it's not like purist. This is obviously a fake Lego figure, but for a fake Lego figure, it's pretty dang nice. Next we have Odin from his final moments in this movie, when he's got this like little tux on. He's got the torso, arms, hands, legs, all from old Obi-Wan Kenobi. I think he looks pretty good. I used the beard from Santa and the hair from Doc Brown. But if you lift up this face here, you can tell it's Bruce Wayne's face, which I think looks really good. You just pop that on under there. And yeah, I think it works really well for Odin. I know he doesn't have his eye patch. I don't know how you can get an eye patched figure with on this side of his eye. But yeah, that is Odin. Next we have Hogun, which is one of the Asgardian warriors Helikills. I used the torso from Bucky Barnes from the Civil War, black arms, black hands, the legs from Darth Maul, and the cape here from Batman, which comes on almost every single Batman figure. That's why a lot of people have so many of them. The head and hair are from Tasu Leech, which I think look pretty good. You got that nice hair that comes down on the side, and you got that angry face on the back for Hogun. In our last figure, I guess you could call this a figure, is the Big Fig Hawk. No, I cannot find my parts for the Ragnarok Hawk figure, so I just took this one, which I suppose this one would be from the final battle. And this just came in the mini Avengers Tower with like Loki attacking Avengers Tower, something like that. And I think it's a really cool big fig to round out this showcase. And so guys, that is my showcase on Thor Ragnarok. There were so many figures I think were my favorite. I'd have to say Doctor Strange just because that Doctor Strange figure looks so cool. I also think Grandmaster's a really good one over there. But yeah, that was my showcase on Thor Ragnarok. Tell me what you guys thought of this movie in the comments down below. Oh, and by the way, my next showcases will be on Doctor Strange and Doctor Strange, the Multiverse of Madness. Hope you guys enjoyed this showcase. Hit that thumbs up, hit that like and subscribe down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Capiche?